soup.
And Dasani water, now vegetarian.
So consider adding these new favorites to your shopping list.
We want to give you what you want, but first we need you to buy what we have.
From your friends at Barton's.
Warning. The United States government has issued a civil emergency message to all citizens. A national emergency has been declared. This is not a test. 3 days ago, a violent new viral outbreak, designated SIV-24, was first reported in Chicago, Illinois. It has spread rapidly through the surrounding regions and is now considered a nationwide threat. Initial symptoms may resemble a severe flu, including profuse sweating, chills, shivering, high fever exceeding 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and violent, bloody coughing. But unlike typical respiratory infections, SIV-24 completely shuts down the immune system within the first hour of exposure, in some cases, within 15 minutes. As the infection progresses, victims begin to suffer the following: acute strokes, severe internal bleeding, bleeding from the death follows rapidly after.
But death is not the end.
Within minutes of cardiac arrest, victims experience an unexplained reanimation. These individuals become hyper-aggressive, unresponsive to pain, and attack any nearby non-infected person to spread SIV-24. Go home and stay indoors. Lock all doors and windows leading outside. Do not trust any strangers for any reason.
Spend your last days with your family.
The National Guard and armed forces are being deployed alongside law enforcement. They have been authorized to use lethal force against any suspected infected, whether reanimated or not. Do not wait to evacuate once symptoms are visible in your area. You may not have the time. Stay tuned. Warning. Warning. The United States government has issued a civil danger warning to all citizens. A national emergency is in effect. This is not a test. The infection is confirmed in all major U.S. cities and urban areas. Rural and remote areas are becoming the only remaining safe zones. Remain sheltered in your homes. The infected have been analyzed and they have no proof of brain activity or heartbeat. Whether the infected are considered alive or human is being debated. Regardless, they are extremely aggressive and dangerous. If they cut or bite you, you will become infected. There is no known cure for this infection. Avoid contact with the infected at all costs. The National Guard and armed forces that have been deployed are now under a shoot-on-sight protocol. If you are outside when approached by military forces, you will be considered hostile and neutralized. Do not go outside or you risk being infected or shot and killed by the military. Only leave your shelter when you receive an all-clear signal. When you receive the all-clear, you must go to a nearby military shelter. You will be checked for infection and evacuated from the area. Stay tuned. Warning. Warning. The United States government has issued a shelter-in-place to all citizens. A national emergency is in effect. This is not a test. The SIV-24 virus has been confirmed in multiple countries in all regions of the world. The United Nations has deployed peacekeepers globally except for the American continent. They are working to subdue the spread of infection. Anyone who has not evacuated into a military shelter should remain in their homes. Anyone caught outside of their homes or military shelter will be killed by the military. If you see anyone, including friends or family, show any of the following symptoms, isolate them immediately and prepare for the worst. Profuse sweating, chills, shivering, high fever exceeding 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and violent, bloody coughing. If you see the same person show any of the following symptoms shortly after the previous symptoms, either evacuate the area or neutralize them immediately. Acute strokes, severe internal bleeding, bleeding from the eyes, nose, and they will attack and kill you. The government no longer recognizes the infected as human beings. They are recognized as hostile entities seeking genocide on the human race. There is no repercussion for using lethal force on the infected. All U.S. firearm restrictions are now suspended. All citizens aged 13 and older are permitted to carry and use any weapon for self-defense, including previously restricted firearms and attachments. There will be no registration, no prosecution, no questions. Stay tuned. Warning. Warning. The United States government has issued an evacuation immediate to all citizens. A national emergency is in effect. This is not a test. The infected are gathered in very large groups in cities and urban areas. The United States military has evacuated from city and urban zones. If you are in a city or urban zone, it is highly advised you leave immediately. The infected seem to be getting smarter,
and they will find you.
Once you are out of city or urban areas, the military may mistake you for infected once you enter a military zone. To avoid being mistaken as infected, carry an American flag of any size on you. Any color flag or cloth will also do. Military personnel are required to fire warning shots. When you hear or see a warning shot, wave your flag to indicate you are not infected. If you fail to wave a flag, you will be shot. Use back roads as much as possible. Avoid major highways at all costs. And under no circumstances should you travel at night. Travel tips. Use high-clearance vehicles. The quieter the vehicle, the better. Be advised that roads are blocked with abandoned cars and debris. Bring enough food and clean water to last at least 14 days. Do not use tunnels or underground routes. Infected are congregating in those spaces. Within the next 7 days, military forces will begin targeted strikes against infected city and urban zones using air-to-ground bombardment. These operations are intended to eliminate high-density infection clusters and slow the spread of SIV-24. If the population of residents in your city or urban area was over 100,000 residents, you are likely in a heavily infected zone. Stay tuned. Warning. The United States government has issued a civil emergency message to all citizens. This is not a test. As of this broadcast, the federal government is no longer operational. Many military evacuation centers have gone silent. If your local or state government has fallen or falls in the future, there is no further help coming. You must assume full responsibility for your safety and survival. If you're uninfected, stay low, stay quiet, stay alive. Pray to God for your protection.